What is going on, you guys? This is VM Video Master here. Now, today I want to tell you about something that really got to me that I was reading today. Horror movies. Now, we all love horror movies. I mean, Chucky, of course, Freddy, Pinhead, all of them. And no, I'm not talking about the Slash Street Boys. I'm talking about the real thing. But a lot of people out there took it way too far. Today I want to tell you about 5 crimes that people did based on horror movies. At the end of this video, let me know who's your favorite horror icon. Mine's, of course, is Chucky. Number 1, Scream and Scream 2. Now, on January 13th, 1998, Mark Padilla and his cousin murdered Mario's mother because they wanted to know what it was like to be the Ghostface killers. I mean, you all remember Billy and Stu from Scream 1. Now, the story goes in Scream that all the murders in Springwood took place because of what happened to Sydney's mother. She suddenly vanished and then suddenly got murdered. But why? Story goes that she was a movie star, had some affairs before she met Sydney's father. So, what the heck happened? I wish they would make a movie about what happened to Sydney's mother. I mean, that Stab movie. Create a real movie of it besides a fan-based movie. But anyway, Mario Padilla and his cousin murdered Mario's mother because they wanted to know what it was like to be the Scream killers. They actually took 2 Scream masks, 4 knives, and a screwdriver and plunged them into Mario's mom's head. Now, no one ever found out it was them until a couple of days later when they were going to kill someone else. Someone actually found out. Now, I didn't get that far because most of it was cut out because it seemed too kind of graphic. Now, apparently Mario Padilla convinced his cousin to help him, to tell him that you will know what it's like to be Ghostface, and he convinced him. So apparently they got life in prison and the electric chair. All I can say is thank goodness. If we had guys like that killing someone today, yeah, I'd leave Chicago. Number 2, Halloween 2. Now, this one really got me. Now, on October 24th, 1970 something, I don't know that. Every time I read something, I forget like 2 seconds because of my seizures. But anyway, Richard Boyer killed elderly couple Frances and Eileen Harbitz. He killed them both, propped Frances to the wall, and Eileen splattered her all over the floor. Now, after he killed them both, he left before someone could call the cops, because their son Francis arrived after Richard had left. Now, their son William called the cops and told them he found both his parents dead. Found his mom on the floor, her blood splattered everywhere. The walls, the floor, everywhere. And his father propped up on the wall like a figurine. Now, apparently, when they caught Richard, he claimed he did it because he wanted to be like Michael Myers. Now, all I can say is that's a really weird hero to have. I can tell you that. That is just odd. Number 3, Friday the 13th. Now this one really got very strange. Now, a young teenager named Mark Branch worked in a video store for years. And his favorite place in the video to work in was the horror horror section. And his favorite movie of all was Friday the 13th. From part 1 all the way to Freddy versus... No, wait, I take that back. Back then, Freddy versus Jason wasn't out yet. But from Freddy versus... I'm sorry, I haven't seen those movies in a while. I've been watching, what do you call that movie? Lucifer. But from part 1 all the way to Jason X. Which, if it was out back then. I don't remember the year. But he loved watching the whole entire Jason movies. Until one day, he decided that he wanted to be like him. So one day, he took a Jason mask that he owned. Apparently, he owned 3. And a machete that he owned. Now, he was stalking a 18-year-old college girl named Sharon Gregory. Apparently, he followed her into the woods and killed her good. Sliced her everywhere. But the thing is, she had an identical twin sister. Claimed that she saw Mark Branch following her from the school all the way into the woods. So they did some checking up on Mark and claimed that he owned 3 Jason masks, 75 horror movies, 64 true crime novels, and 1 machete that was 100% sharp as hell. And they claim Mark was not normal. And I mean not normal. The kid would follow women all day long. The same way Jason would stalk someone. So guys, if you know someone like that, either have them committed or stay the hell away from them. I'll tell you that. So number 4, Nightmare on Elm Street. Now this one, now I love this movie more than anything. Nightmare on Elm Street, ooh. Sorry, I was reading this message from my doctor. Anyway, a 63-year-old man named Daniel Gonzalez. Loved the movie Nightmare on Elm Street. Sorry, I had to look up the name also, because I had a seizure today. But anyway, a man known as Daniel Gonzalez, 63 years old, and was watching Nightmare on Elm Street ever since he was 8 years old. He thought of Freddy as a father figure more than his own father. Now apparently, one day, he snapped. He decided to take 4 or 5 knives, just like Freddy's glove, and only killed women. I mean, you've all seen in the movies, every survivor was a woman. I mean, after all, Nancy, Alice, they were all women. But, except in part 2, there was the boy and his girlfriend. I forgot what his name was. But anyway, he decided to kill people just like Freddy with 4 or 5 large knives. He even killed his own parents. Now, I'm going to say that dude definitely snapped. I would never be friends or related to him. But the cops even asked him, what made you want to kill people? And he did not say a thing. Just like Mario and his cousin, when they killed people in the Scream murders. So all I can say is, you guys, People like that should not be normal. But in September of 2004 and 2007, that's when he really you know, got gruesome. Apparently, the cops had let him go because when he didn't say a thing, they thought maybe there was nothing to charge him with. So then he really got murderous. He killed a whole bunch of women. If I'm getting most of this story wrong, you can look it up yourself. Just go to Google and type in crimes based on horror movies, or watch the show Copycat Killers. Maybe they'll tell you more. But anyway, and apparently, sometimes I'll get it right and sometimes I'll get it wrong. And anyway, number 5. Now, this young man, no, I'm sorry. I was thinking of something else. A woman who loved the movie Exorcist. Patricia Ann Fraser. Now, she was 34 years old from Wichita Falls. Now, I'm sorry, guys. I had to find the thing up because apparently I can't remember it very well. Now, the Texas woman, apparently, when she seen the movie The Exorcist from 1973, she spent the next 10 days in terror after what she saw. You remember The Exorcist with Linda Blair? Well, apparently, she spent the next 10 days in terror believing her own daughter was possessed by a demon or by a spirit or something. So apparently, the woman tried to kill her own daughter because she believed that her daughter was possessed by a ghost or a demon or whatnot, like the little girl in Exorcist. So the trials and doctors tried to get her to believe that she was just losing it because the movie she saw. And apparently, some churches and some doctors and that started believing her because of the movie she saw. I mean, after all, a lot of people have been saying that the movie Exorcist was cursed. Anyway, and apparently a couple of days later, when she was admitted into what do you call it? I'm sorry. What do you call those places? Oh yeah, an asylum. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But when she was admitted to an asylum, she killed herself 4 days later. Because apparently she didn't want to take the chance because her daughter was taken away from her. At least I think they cut that part out of the thing I was reading. But they signed the death certificate that said suicide. It was either suicide or she died from a heart attack. I can tell you that. If I got most of this mixed up and I was taking too long, I'm sorry. Because my niece's mother died yesterday. I just got back from her funeral yesterday, so I'm sorry. But anyway, apparently, so she either died from a heart attack or she killed herself because she didn't want to take the chance that her daughter could have been hunted by, could have been possessed by a murdering spirit or a demon. Too bad they didn't have Ed and Lorraine Warren around. They could have found out themselves. But anyway, you guys, that was 5 crimes based on horror movies. If you really want to know if that last one I did was true or not, or if I got most of it mixed up, watch Copycat Killers, see if it's on there, or go on Google and type in 11 crimes based on horror movies. You'll know what I mean. But the one that really got me was the one about Nightmare on Elm Street. Now that one was really weird. So, anyway, let me know soon what kind of creepy pasta you want me to do, because I'm trying to get my video editing membership back. Right now, I am broke as hell, and I can't get it back yet. But I'm still trying to think of ways to do a creepy pasta for you guys. I was gonna do the Russian sleep experiment. So, like I always say, be careful out there, because we don't want those coronavirus cases to go back up. And just get your vaccine and we'll all be more healthier. Then you can say bye-bye corona. Anyway, I will see you in the next video.